Hello, and welcome to the Tim Tom podcast.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
echoing.
echoing.
How are you?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
I think it's right now.
Oh,
What's
cool.
up, y'all? It's time for a wipe. We've had a lot of things building up, and it's time to wipe it away.
A lot of things bubbling in the surface.
As I'm sure you've noticed, Tom has come up with the lamest excuse yet. Revising, whatever that means.
Disgusting.
So I got the lovely Connor here instead.
Took me hostage, and now I'm here.
Hey, you weren't meant to mention that.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. We can edit that out.
Good. Okay. So yeah, we're wiping today. This is stuff from some of this is quite old. Like when did the Jay Electronica come out? That was a while ago.
That was a good couple months ago, I think.
We were meant to do it, then something bigger came out, and then we just did that instead. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But anyway, here we are. Should we start with that actually? A written testimony? Sure. His debut album. It only took 11 years to come out.
Yeah, it took his time.
A lot of it's self-produced, which is quite surprising.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically a collab album, but, I guess it makes it more his because he produced majority of it.
A bit like certain Kanye West did when he worked with Jay-Z.
Exactly.
So we got how many tracks there? 11, something like that. And so. Only 2 of them do not feature Jay-Z, and one of them is the intro, which is just a speech from someone.
Oh yeah, from Elijah Muhammad.
Yes. So that's sort of the dynamic of what we're coming into. Were you surprised that Jay-Z was on almost every song?
I knew beforehand, so it didn't caught me off guard. It catch me off guard, but I was surprised that it was literally pretty much every song. I thought he wouldn't dominate the whole thing, but I was a bit surprised. What about you?
I mean, I didn't look it up, so I knew that it totally surprised me. I only looked at the producer credits, which were quite good. But yeah, I just didn't. It just came across a bit insecure to me that he couldn't release a whole album by himself.
Yeah, it was it's not like he's been consistently releasing either. It's it's his first ever album, so you'd think there would have been a bit more of his voice instead of a complete collab album. But Yeah,
I know what you mean, and also I find it hard to work out whether the album was sort of made in this sort of 30-odd day period that he said it was, or whether it was a bit older than that. Because that Travis Scott feature, for example, sounded like pre-rodeo Travis.
Yeah, I think. I don't think maybe he recorded his verses in those 30 days, but I think a lot of stuff must have came before then. Do you know what I mean? Especially
I doubt Jay-Z was sweating in the studio for 30 days.
Yeah, I feel like he's got other shit to be doing than just being locked in with Jay Electronica for 30 days.
Get Electronica album out.
Yeah. I feel like that's not his sole purpose, but you never know.
I mean, there were a lot of good bars on here as well. I liked on one of the best songs, The Ghost of Soldier Slim, where Jay Electronica said, "If it comes from me and Hove, it must be Quran. And if it comes from one of those, then it must be haram," which is like a breaking the law in Islam.
It's like a bad thing in Islam, I think, yeah.
But this was the first proper song, and Jay-Z had the first verse.
Yeah, he didn't even open up his own album.
So the first track, which was Elijah Muhammad's speech, and then Hove kicks off the first verse.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you don't know that he was going to be on there, him kicking off the album is definitely going to be a shocker.
Yeah, so it definitely was.
Hmm.
Another thing that caught the eye was when he had Swizz Beats on that really weird instrumental on the first half of The Blinding.
Yeah.
And he was sort of chanting in Arabic, which was
Yeah.
sort of all
Um,
very strange, but it had a good bounce to it, and I liked it.
yeah. It was a bit. It took a bit of time to what's the word? Like grip onto because it was a weird, weird bit of production, but it was cool.
It had a Hit Boys beat switch halfway through, which was also pretty good.
Mm.
Then we had The Alchemist on Neverending Story, another good addition for me at least.
Yes, yeah, that was good.
Any other real highlights for you?
Um, I really like the Blinded. I loved Universal Soldier. I really like that one. I kept going back to that one. Trying to think what else actually. It's been quite a long time since I've properly listened to it.
I think the best, well, not maybe not best, but the wildest instrumental for me was the Flux Capacitor, which had this
Yeah.
really weird, like Rihanna sample that was just chopped up in the
Oh really? I didn't even know it
instrumental.
was Rihanna
Yeah,
sample.
it's like I only knew that because she got a writer credit on the song,
Oh okay, yeah.
but it was, I mean,
Yeah, that was an odd feat. Like I thought you were gonna say that song when.
and Shiny Suit Theory, I thought a really good instrumental as well, which he did. But I think the closer was a really good closer.
Yes, yeah, that was sick, definitely.
Sort of reflecting on his mother's death.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think Jay-Z on similar lines,
yeah, yeah,
and also
yeah.
closed off a weird experience.
Yeah. No, that was a sick closer. I think. I kind of wish there was a bit more of that kind of thing throughout the whole album because I don't know. I feel like Jay Electronica is that kind of artist and could have been a bit more littered throughout that kind of thing. But I
Well,
don't
who
know.
knows? Maybe now that he's dropped, maybe he's like shaking off the monkey off his back.
Yes,
Maybe he
yeah,
can make an album because this is just sort of all over the place. Really, it was just sort of rapping for rapping's sake.
yeah, pretty
And
much,
then you
yeah.
had songs like Ezekiel's Wheel that was really long, and he didn't really say anything.
Yeah, that's true,
It
yeah.
was just the Dream had like a good feature on there.
Yeah,
That was really the only shining light.
mm, yeah, I think, yeah, that definitely could have been shorter. But yeah, I see what you're saying with it kind of going all over the place. Like it definitely could have been structured a lot better.
But still, you can't deny basically a new Jay-Z album.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, pretty much. It's
he
like
got his
444,
got his
2.0.
freaking bars off.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest problem with it is the fact that Jay-Z is clearly the better, more seasoned MC that sort of performed better on almost
Exactly.
every song.
Yeah, I mean it's good because we get new Jay-Z bars and really good ones, but at the same time it's like it's meant to be a Jay Electronica album, but it's good music all the same, so I guess you can't complain too much.
If you got a like an overall feeling, overall sort of number you'd like to slap on that bad
I'd,
boy,
I'd give it solid 7, I reckon. Yeah, what
I've
about you?
also gone for a 7, so that's
Oh,
good.
nice. Great minds.
Mm-hmm.
Very
All right,
nice.
Jay, come by yourself next time.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
Jay on a song by all means. Maybe two if you want, but every song bar one.
Yeah, do your own thing next time, maybe.
All right, I think we go to Drake next. Sound good?
Uh-huh, yes.
Drake.
Drake.
He took his first year off since he started dropping albums last year.
Unbelievable, quite honestly.
So what was that 2009 or 10?
Um, yeah, I think so. 2009 probably,
whenever
because
Thank Me Later came out.
yeah. So I actually don't know, but yeah.
Anyway, so that was quite a interesting sort of development that I wasn't expecting, but I think he needed because
Mm.
he'd been on a downward spiral since. If you're reading this, it's too late. I
Yeah.
think if we're gonna skip to the end, really, I think this is probably his most enjoyable project since that one.
I reckon. I think
Maybe
I've
more like.
yeah, I definitely have enjoyed the first time I listened to it. I was kind of very anti it. I didn't really. I don't know. Maybe I listened to it at the wrong time of the day, but I just and I'm still a bit like, oh, it's a bit like boring. But it is better than I think something like Views or whatever. um, so yeah.
Scorpion, it was just even worse.
Oh yeah, Scorpion as well. That was I've actually blocked that out of my mind. I forgot that was even a thing.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, exactly. So
It was, but again, you can't seem to get a consistent Drake album these days.
no, you can't.
This is a tape, so I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
it shouldn't really count. But nonetheless,
yeah. He got away with
so,
it by
sorry.
calling it a tape. He got away with it by calling it a tape.
I mean, it had like singles and it had like a rollout.
Yeah. I know. I
But he
think
did
he's
say
aware of his
he
like
did disclose it by saying that there's an album coming this summer. So
Oh, okay.
watch this space. But
Hmm.
we got the kickoff, which was the song Deep Pockets, which I
Yes.
really enjoyed.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Then you had the when you say when and Chicago Freestyle, which I both thought were also pretty good. Although the weird Eminem song, no, whatever it's called, sort of interpolation was pretty weird.
Yeah. I thought when I first listened to that, I really liked Chicago Freestyle when he first released it on SoundCloud, and I was just like I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, what? Why do I know this? Like, where is it from? Um, and then I obviously realised it was the Eminem lyrics or whatever. But
Superman.
yeah, Superman. But I think the for me the best part of that song was the hook and whoever that singer was. I
Give
thought
you.
yes, he was sick. That's what made the song for me, really.
I thought it was Brent Fires, so I was a bit disappointed that it wasn't because I thought he deserved to be on a Drake song.
Yeah, he definitely has that. Definitely sounds similar.
But straight after, so you got like three solid tracks, and then almost straight after, probably, say in my opinion, the three worst songs on the whole thing, all back to back.
Yes, yeah.
The Not You Two with Chris Brown
Oh
is
god.
dreadful. It's
Yeah.
just so boring. I can't even remember what any of it sounds like.
No, I don't even think I listened to it the full way through.
And then
Because yeah.
yeah, and then we had probably his laziest attempt at a hit yet in Toozy Slide, where he literally like put instructions in the dance.
I just like it was what annoyed me was like all the praise it was getting because I just thought it's so bland, like it's so boring.
He just found another way to rip off Soldier Boy.
Honest, yeah, he's just. I guess that's how you get success by ripping off other people, but yeah, I just think this one was particularly boring.
I mean, I quite like the groove, but everything else.
I mean, it was
And it
yeah,
looks like he lives in and I watched the video as well, and it looked like he lived in a serial killer's house, or like a Scarface type mansion.
yeah.
It was almost like a museum dedicated to Drake.
Yeah. I'm not surprised really the kind of level of narcissism, but
But it gets worse. It does
oh,
get worse before it gets better. The
yeah,
song Desires was maybe his creepiest lyrics to date. Like
yeah,
he's always just seems to randomly put in these horrible lines of like, I was gonna mold you, but you broke my heart. so now I'm not going to. But he's never gone to the extent that he did here, where he sort of just talks about locking someone away where no one could find them in like a cupboard somewhere, some R. Kelly shit.
Yeah, the money's gone to his head, I think, like the fame and all of that. Thinking he can say stuff like that, it's a bit odd.
I should have kidnapped you.
Yeah.
Then you'd love me.
Love me. Oh, syndrome. Kind of mad.
But almost after that, we had more better songs like Time Flies and Landed. It's my favourite song. My favourite song on this tape was the next track, D4L with Future and Young Thug.
Oh yeah.
It was over the Dreezy. So it was actually like not even an original instrumental.
Oh really?
Dreezy Second to None with 2 Chainz.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Song just had the trio. I think this is the first time they've all been on a song together.
Yeah, I think so.
They were just vibing.
Like it was kind of it was a banger. I think it was the most bangery banger of the whole tape.
Definitely. And maybe Drake was the least interesting part of that, but
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Thug and Future with the that was much better line. Yeah, Future bringing a new ad lib to the game.
Yes, as he does. Ad lib master.
Damn.
Good tune.
One of the best to ever do it. I think this song, just for me, is just so energetic, and that's what I like about it so much.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for on this as well. Like I wanted more of that, and I was hoping from that track onwards that he would just do that. Like he would carry on with a lot more energy on the tape, but he didn't really do that, to be honest.
Although the much anticipated Pain 1993.
Oh yes, yeah.
Was an interesting track. It had this really wavy Pierre Bourne instrumental. Drake doing his best Carti impression.
Yeah.
But Carti did not do a good Carti impression.
No, Carti did a better Baby impression. I
think I've come to the conclusion that he's trying to do it too hard.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool on the Die-Lit, but then I think he's
so
gone
his
a bit
features
too
last
far.
year as well, Almeida and
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, like that was cool, but then I feel like maybe it's better to be left in 2019.
I don't know what? It just seems like his voice has gone just higher. It's just, I don't know.
I don't know if he even uses a pitch anymore. He just is naturally gone higher.
I think it's just whinier. Like maybe back to the baby thing.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah, it didn't. I don't know. It was. I mean, I don't think it was as horrific as some. A lot of people would just say like the song just ends when he comes in, but I don't think it was awful. But I don't think it did anything amazing for the track, really.
Yeah, that's true. For me, the only other highlights were the drill songs right at the end.
Yeah.
That I just enjoyed for how ridiculous it was that Drake was on the drill song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although at least with Losses and Demons, he wasn't putting a British accent on.
Yeah, no, that's the good thing. Yeah. He was sticking to his Canadian accent, which is good.
And he had what were their names? Fivio Foreign and Sosa-Geek.
So I think Sosa Geek is my new favourite.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Just yeah, I liked his energy on the track. He just went a bit whack.
Well, they sort of really saved it from being what war is, which is just really derivative.
Yeah, I mean, it's so like monotone that, you know, like the only. To be fair, like I have to confess, I do quite like War. Actually, I think it's more the production as well, like the way it just, I don't know, it's
it just subtly like gets a bit more.
It's not terrible.
Basic. Yeah, it's not terrible, but I don't know why I like it. But I do. So.
British accent, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, he's done a lot of damage with that awful British accent. But yeah.
So yeah, very hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Drake tape. I gotta admit, when I saw Wars at the end of it, I was just hoping it would be the drill tape that I sort of been memeing that I wanted when I didn't really.
Yeah. Just full on drill tape.
Maybe that's the thing coming this summer. Who knows?
You never know. I mean, to be fair, I'd rather that than the Chris Brown collab and the Desires.
Heck yes. At least
that's for definite.
Different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's released songs like those 40 times already.
Yeah, I know. So
if you had to slip a little score on this Drake tape,
I would give it probably a week 5, I reckon.
I think I'm leaning slightly towards the 6 just because I think the good songs are really good.
Yes, yeah.
D4L, Deep Pockets, even Pain 1993 are really good. But then there's
definitely
not enough of them to make it a decent, good enough output for someone who is probably conceived to be one of, if not the best.
Well, that's the thing. He's
in the genre.
He's got kind of Michael Jackson status now, and when he's releasing like kind of mediocre projects like that, I don't feel like I can give him a pass really. But
I mean, at least Drake never sang about putting people away where no one could find them.
Yeah, exactly. So, wait, he did.
And I think on that we'll move to, that is actually quite ironic, Innocent Country 2.
On to the next one.
Quelle Christopher and
the
Chris
man,
Keys.
the myth.
2 Chris's.
2 Chris's, yeah.
And I asked him on Twitter, and he reassured me that you don't have to have listened to Innocent Country 1 before
that's good.
This, because there was a recap. Although I didn't really understand the recap, but I appreciated it nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm glad my hesitation to listening to it is resolved now, because I know that I don't have to listen to the first one.
Oh, well, that's good.
There we go.
He also said on Twitter, this wasn't direct, this was just in general, this wasn't a reply to me, that all the instrumentals have been 100% made by Chris Keys, and there were no samples.
Whoa. Okay, that makes it even more impressive now. That changes the game.
That's very impressive indeed. Any real tracks you want to kick off with? Any particular smashes?
I reckon I'd go with, I know it's probably a bit of an obvious one, but I can't remember the name now, but obviously the one with Earl Sweatshirt on.
Mirage.
Mirage, that's it. Yeah, I love that song. I really like it. Also, I really like the kind of outro bit as well.
Do you? I hate
the
outro.
Yeah, no, originally I was like, oh, this is a bit long, but I kind of like I was just listening to it properly, and I like the whole thing. I don't even feel like it's 7 minutes long.
It's 3 minutes of a man talking.
I know, but I just like it. He's just like
too much. Like 1 minute.
He's just chatting shit. But also one more song as well with God, I'm so bad at names. Star something. I'm not sure. I think it's the one just before.
Oh, was it Graphic Bleed Outs?
Say that again.
Graphic Bleed Outs, the song.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Her feature was great. It sounded like a sample.
Yeah, it was. That's why I was surprised when you said it was a sample. There were no samples, because I kind of thought that at first, but I thought that was a sick song.
I think that are samples, but they're not like instrumental samples.
Yeah.
Because I think the like sort of reggae style vocals in Sacred Safes, it's sort of the background. They are, I doubt, are original.
Yeah.
For me, that was the standout track, the one that I keep coming back to again and again. That and Mirage.
Yes.
Just the piano and the bass line is so good.
Oh my god.
The chorus, like you don't think certainly for the way he raps, you don't think Quelle Chris would have a good melody on him, but I think he sort of held the hook quite well there.
Yes.
Cavalier and Homeboy Sandman,
Yep.
both gave good verses.
Also, I love as well,
And
like
Chris really closed it out as well. It was just banging.
Yeah, it's sick. I love how he just, like, every project he puts out, he has people on there that I've literally never heard of, and they're all like really good.
I'd only heard of Homeboy Sandman because of another Quelle Chris song.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah.
And I think the same with Demot Vesey as well.
Yes, I'd heard of him actually. I think he was on an Earl Sweatshirt thing or whatever. But yeah, no, I like as well. Like, I feel like his voice kind of blends into the music as well, if you know what I mean. Like, he's got quite a distinct voice, I think, and that's what makes it
definitely
really cool. So yeah.
But the opener, honest, had me a bit worried that him and Jean Grey had got divorced, but this was obviously talking about another relationship because they're still happily married.
Oh, that's good. Happy days.
The Living Happy was another single. That was a weird song. Like the chorus is basically just naming a bunch of like hip hop dancers. So it's just like Cabbage Patch, Stanky Leg, Tootsie Roll.
Best hook of 2020.
But it was quite funny.
Yeah.
I also really liked Sudden Death, and it was just like this sort of very soulful song. But I couldn't tell it was him until I listened to it like the third time because it was like the vocals were pitched really weirdly.
Yeah.
So
that's. I thought that too. Actually, I was like, is Chris Keys a rapper too, or that's what it made me think at first. But yeah.
And I mean, overall, I think this might be the first sort of green hip hop album I've heard this year. I think.
What did you say again?
No, I mean like sort of original.
Oh yeah.
Like sort of roots.
Boom bappy kind of.
Yeah, I can't even think of anything else. Maybe Princess Nokia.
I think maybe like West Side Gun as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
That was kind of traditional, but yeah, apart from that, there hasn't been a whole load of that.
And I loved it. The only issue I really had was that some of the songs, there are quite a lot of songs in here that are over 5 minutes long.
Yeah. Especially towards the end, I think.
And the sort of the intro bit, you only need to hear that once.
Yeah.
And the outro is just like this sort of instrumental that isn't particularly interesting for 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's so I think I don't get how he releases. I don't think he's had a year off really. He's released. I think I started listening to him when he released. God knows what, a few years ago. But Being You is great or whatever.
Yeah, same.
Like that. And every album since then, he's released one every year, and it's been sick. So yeah, he's great. He's like proper cool underground artist.
Needs some respect.
I like it. He needs some respect.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do exactly the same. Give it a strong 8 out of 10.
This is going straight into my liked of the year list, and we'll see
definitely
how it fares at the end.
Yeah, he has yet to disappoint.
Dang.
Ding.
Now, for us to veer off in a completely different genre direction, to British singer, songwriter via Japan,
Yes.
Rina Sawayama.
Rina Sawayama.
Came onto the scene with her EP named Rina,
Yes.
and now here we have Sawayama.
Indeed.
Coincidence?
Yes. I think yes.
It's her full name, isn't it?
Subtle. Yes.
Almost every song in here produced by pop pioneer Clarence Clarity, who's made some songs I like over the years. I think this might be the first time he's popped up, though, here on our podcast.
Yes, yeah.
But I know the Melon is a big fan of his.
Yeah, that's how I've kind of learned about him, really. Clarence Clarity. I haven't heard much of his music, but I've heard the Needle Drop talk
His
about
solo
him quite
stuff's
a lot.
pretty good. It's only what I've heard, which isn't that much, actually.
Yeah, mine is close to zero, I think, apart from his production on this and other stuff.
But I think this album, I'm not as big a fan as some people are, but I think it starts like an absolute train, like Dynasty, fire.
Yeah.
Excess, fire. Shut the fuck up, fire. And then even Come Take Us On. I wish that the really bassy instrumental carried out for the whole thing. The thing that starts off with, but it sort of comes down to this whole other thing. But it's still pretty great. Shut the fuck up. I think we did actually. Maybe the last time you were on here, or maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I know I was
did.
very enthusiastic about that song, so I do really like that song.
For those who don't remember, it was like a pop metal.
Yeah.
Collab, and it was just sort of a really angry song. And Excess, which was probably my favourite track, certainly my favourite single.
Yes, yeah.
Just so braggadocious. I should have it all. I don't have to choose.
Yeah, I agree.
Crazy.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you on what you say. The way she opened the album with the first few tracks is like sick, so good. Especially excess and shut the fuck up. And also it's shut the fuck up. And I think it's not that I've listened to it in a long time. It's different from pretty different from what she's usually done. A lot more metal, I'd say, than her average track.
I think just instrumentally a lot more abrasive.
Yes, yeah, that's the word. That's the good word to use. And I think, yeah, she just does it so well. She mixes that pop and metal thing really well, which has kind of been like I wouldn't say a trend, but a few artists have dabbled in that, like Grimes and whoever else. But
Puppy.
Yeah. But I feel like she's done it like top notch. She mixed it really well with those first few tracks. So
I think in terms of deep cuts, the ones I really liked were "Love Me for Me," "Who's Gonna Save You Now," and probably the pick of the bunch for me is "Bad Friend."
Yes,
which is pretty crazy. Just talking about stealing your friend's man.
Is she?
I don't think she ever specifies actually.
Oh right, I didn't know the song was about that.
It's just cucking, yeah.
That means you are a bad friend, Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think I don't think all the verses are about that. I think some of them are just not being receptive or talking to each other that much.
Yeah.
That definitely gets mentioned at one point, and that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit more mild than that. I thought it was just about not being that communicative with your mates, but that takes it to a whole new level now. Damn.
I guess I just thought I'd round this off with. Were there any songs you didn't like?
I thought they were all kind of cool. I thought like it kind of dipped after Comme des Garçons, I think. Oh no, to be fair, the Aka Saka Waka or whatever it's called is kind of cool. But
really, I hated that song.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought it was alright.
That was the one wrinkle for me, really.
Yeah.
Like the hook is so annoying.
Yeah, oh gosh, I can't even. really remember, but yeah, I thought it was alright. And then Paradise I don't think it was bad, but I just think the middle of the album just dipped a bit. And then I think it kind of picked back up with
Yeah, though I
Bad
didn't
Friend.
think Snakeskin was that obvious of a closer either. It didn't really. It just seemed like yet another song that was a bit like all the other ones.
Yeah, I thought I liked the start of it. Like I thought the start of it was promising and whatever. Her voice was really cool at the start, but then after it was just like it's a bit, not that exciting really. But yeah, so I liked Tokyo Love Hotel, which I read because on like Apple Music they have like sometimes have interviews with the artists.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking about this hotel where people just go in and have casual sex and then leave, and it's just a full hotel dedicated to that.
They have loads of those in Brazil.
Oh really?
In fact, I think that's what hotels are for in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly. So that was interesting, but
oh, okay.
And then she said the reason she was singing about it is because people don't respect Tokyo enough, because all they do is go there, go to this hotel and then leave and say, oh yeah, Tokyo's sick. So I don't know, that was quite interesting. But apart from the details of the song, the actual song itself I thought was pretty good. So
yeah, they had a tight melody.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's it really.
So I'm gonna rate this one. I think I'm gonna go 8, maybe strong 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go 8 as well, because at first it grew on me on the second listen. And I feel like it could possibly grow on me again, because I like albums that I listen to first and then don't really like, and then listen to again, and I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of good. So
I think the thing I like about it the least is how freaky she looks. She's made herself look on the album cover.
It's the eyebrows, man. The fucking...
Oh no, it's the makeup and the hair for me.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. She doesn't look the same as she usually does from other pictures I've seen.
No,
so.
I keep seeing it on her Instagram, just like these photo shoots where she's made herself look like an alien.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why.
I guess it's art.
Do you?
Yeah, you do you.
Alright, I think that's us done for albums, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, it is, I think.
Extended plays though.
We definitely do.
Kelly Uchis, To Feel Alive.
Yes.
Sort of tiding us over till the next album, whenever that is.
Yep.
The EP cover is a woman eating out another woman.
Yep. Yeah.
So I only saw the completely unblurred version when I checked the production credits on Genius last night.
Yeah, no, I only recently saw it. Like, I didn't really think about it, and then I think I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, that's what they were blowing out. So.
I mean, I assumed, but I was still curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your overall thoughts on your impression of the 4 tracks here?
Yeah, I thought it was a sick little 10 minutes. I thought it was just a good reminder that, she's good. She's good. She's a good, not just a good one, a important contribution to the R&B scene, but also that she's I don't know, she's good at kind of how do you say it, genre meshing in a way, like not overtly, but she explores with her instrumentals and all of that kind of stuff. So
I think it very much went hit miss for me.
Yeah.
I thought the opener, oh God, what was it called? Honey Baby, Spoiled.
Yeah.
Produced by frequent Frank Ocean collaborator Vegan.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
I like that song a lot.
Yep.
And the next track, I can't remember what it was called, but it was pretty dead.
Angel, I think.
And then the I Want More by Any Peace was great. I really liked that song a lot.
Yeah.
and that had the Soundwave production.
Oh, interesting.
But then she produced the other two, and those two were just so much blander than the ones where she got guest producers in.
Oh, that's why then.
I don't.
Maybe she should stay away from the keyboard.
I mean, the final track, which was the longest one, the title track, didn't even have any co-producers. It was all her.
Oh, really?
And it just sounded like the start of a song, and it kept looping.
Yeah.
And it kept sounding like it should go somewhere.
Yeah, she kept repeating herself, didn't she?
Yeah. Even like the instrumental sounded like it should go somewhere, and it just kept like looping back round, and it just sort of felt like I was getting beat on the head with it by the end.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think it was got maybe I don't think I listened to it that intently because it was only 10 minutes, but I thought it was a nice little I don't know.
I mean, I appreciated it. I thought
it was
two songs cool. I liked were really good.
Yeah, definitely.
The fact that she's still working with new people is really cool.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think she's very important in R&B because she's like, whereas a lot of R&B people that are quite popular, like Kalani and all that, they're not as exciting or as eccentric as she is.
Yeah, no, they follow kind of a set pattern with the majority of their music. So whereas Uchis is willing to experiment a bit and work with new people. So
and even when she doesn't, she's just more fun with it anyway.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So she got a personality.
Oh yeah.
Which is cool.
And I think the fact that English isn't her first language somehow helps with that as well.
Yeah, it does, definitely, yeah. 100%.
I don't really know why that is, but yeah,
just makes it cooler, really, I think.
I sort of went straight down the middle with a 5.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6, I think.
Just because basically I liked half the songs.
Yeah, that makes sense, really. So I liked her voice, so
yes,
that was enough.
We want more peace and less war on the next whatever music it is.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Okay, drop 6.
Drop 6.
Little Simz.
So
came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah. It was a nice surprise.
And this had some quarantine bars on it in places.
Yes, it did.
You could tell it was fairly... that these weren't sort of leftovers from Grey Area.
No.
And they were sort of recorded, but maybe not like thought out properly. So she just put them on here.
Yeah. No, it was cool because it was actually kind of some of her lyrics were related to what's actually going on now. But it was also cool because she's just a fucking sick rapper. One of the best in the UK. Preach.
Linked up with Cal Banks for the latest TDE signing. It's a producer. It's been doing a lot of fire shit recently, and I thought both his instrumentals for Might Bang Might Not and Damn Right were both some of the better ones.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, Might Bang Might Not. It's crazy. Like, what a way to start your album or your EP off.
Yeah, I was
go that hard. I thought the line about "You haven't heard no one like me since Lauryn Hill back in the '90s, bitch."
Yeah. She's like, damn. That was sick. She's amazing. Just like hit me on the head, opening with that.
And then the next track I thought was also really good.
The One Life Might Live.
Yes.
Just lots of positive lyrics, lots of, get your bread up kind of lyrics.
It was also more just keep it going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be locked in my house forever.
Exactly.
And I think there was similar vibes to You Should Call Mum. Which is also very rootsy, sort of dedicated to people you miss in the lockdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep your morale up song.
Yes.
To be honest,
Yes.
the only one I wasn't feeling was the final track,
Yeah.
purely because I felt it was an attempt at being selfish, which was a really big single for her off Grey Area,
Mm.
and it was just everything about it wasn't as good.
Yeah, I mean, Selfish was amazing. I thought I loved that. Well, I love the whole album, but yeah, that just kind of like, I think the hook as well just was a bit redundant, really. I didn't find
And
it
I don't know
very
about you, but I
exciting.
felt like there was just loads of space where nothing happened in the song,
Yeah. No,
like
that's what I feel.
between verses.
Yeah, it was kind of. I feel like after I've heard a minute of the song, I was just kind of like, I could probably turn this off now because it's not really doing much. Doesn't really do much for the whole thing. So, but apart from that, the majority of it was really good.
Definitely. If it was released to raise the world's morale, I think she definitely achieved that.
She definitely did.
I've probably listened to about 6, 7 times.
Oh, I don't think I've listened
15
to it that
minutes
much.
in and out. Just fire. Thank you, Simz.
Good bunch of tracks.
Uh,
Glad she
I've
released it.
slapped it with a 7.
Yeah, I'd give it. I'd give it an 8.
Oh, dang.
Why not?
Thank you, Simz.
Thank you so much.
And we're just going to round us off with a couple songs. Do you want to take the lead on the songs? Where are we going first?
Should we go with Slowthai and Kenny Beats first?
Absolutely.
Nice. Yeah, I thought, well, actually, I'm starting off, but I don't really know what to say other than it was a banger. And I'm glad that we finally got music between both of them. Although, to be honest, when I first listened to it, I wasn't very impressed, but I've listened to it a bit more. And it's good. It's good. I like it. You just got to listen to it at a high volume.
I know what you mean. I think the instrumental is not that impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually with the Kenny Beats songs, there's loads going on. Like you think back to, in particular, the Denzel stuff.
Yeah.
And then compared to, it's basically just a bunch of 808 hits, but it goes hard. And actually, speaking of Slowthai, he's literally just released another song.
Yeah, I listened to that earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And that was good. I think I would. Well, I only listened to it once, but I would say it's probably a bit better than this one. And also the other one he released as well. I think that's better as well. So maybe
I've only listened to Enemy, but I thought Enemy was better.
Yeah, the Enemy. So
it kicks off with that Muramassa's saying, like talking at that was it not the BAFTAs?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I didn't realize.
Couldn't work out who was actually talking. But...
Oh, I only knew because I'd seen it already.
Oh right. Oh, fair enough.
But yeah. I'm gonna echo what you said. Really, I'm just glad that we finally heard songs that these guys have done, because you just see pictures of them in the studio all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, just give us something. Fucking hell.
Certainly before coronavirus, anyway.
Yeah. But I think
on their Twitch,
been more explosive.
Definitely, but on the Twitch, I think on his new album, which is obviously coming soon because he's just dropped 3 singles in a week.
Yeah.
He said that there's at least like 4 or 5 songs that Kenny's produced on there.
Oh, really? Oh, fair. Nice.
So
hopefully they're a bit more interested in this one. Not that it was bad, but a bit more.
I think it's all about Ty though. Like his flow's just a bit different. Like he has a lot more like vocal inflections that I've not heard before.
Yeah.
Certainly many times.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't follow his
maybe Kenny brought that out of him.
I think quite possibly.
But certainly if he does drop something, whenever that may be, we will be sure to cover it in some.
Yes, 100%. Big Slowthai fans.
Lost my bag at his show.
Oh yeah, God, that was stressful. I'm watching Loyal Kana, and all we can think about is where is Tom's fucking bag.
Well,
at least you got it back though. That was kind of a miracle.
Yes, indeed. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Where to go from here? Oh,
Where to go?
Meg the Stallion.
Oh yeah.
On the last wipe, I did it by myself, and I did her little project.
Oh yeah.
Sugar, and I did say that I thought this was the best song.
Oh.
Since then, it's become a massive TikTok hit. I'd like to actually beat that to myself.
Yeah, that's what Tom's
I called
doing.
it. And then, and now Beyonce has jumped on it.
Has laid her bars on it.
Which is, I thought was a great fit for multiple reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Both lusted over by many.
Yes.
Both from Houston.
Yes.
Both are female, so I thought
that's also is a good thing.
Together, I was a bit shocked actually at the amount of verses that Beyonce gave. I think she had 3 on her own.
Yeah, she went
You
for
might
it,
correct
didn't
me
she?
if
I thought she'd like just give a little verse or something, but she just went all out. Basically made it her song.
Just crazy. I loved her addition to the hook, where like the hook was basically the same, but she just gave this and it added so much. Like the song was already sassy, obviously.
Yeah.
And then it just added it even, like piled even more on.
Yeah.
And then she had, and to be honest, I don't know if anyone wrote this verse for Beyonce or some of them.
Probably.
But some of them were. She got her bars off, man.
Yeah, she's.
I think the hardest bit was just before like she went in on. I think it was the second verse. It was like, if you don't jump to put jeans on, you don't feel my pain.
yeah. She just. That was cool. I wasn't expecting her to go that intense. Really, I thought it was sick. It was pretty fire. She went all over that, and now I think she's maybe want to look out for Houston, Texas artists even more, because that collaboration was cool.
Well, maybe another song with them, because with Megan, because the song was enormous, which is why she jumped on it anyway. But
also, what made it so much better is that it just made it so much better. Like I just didn't really think the song was all. I thought it was cool, but when you just hear it so much. But listening to a remix just made it so much better.
Okay.
So yeah.
Where are we gonna go? I know. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, yes.
It's broken his silence. Is he still Tekashi 6ix9ine? I don't think I've ever seen anything that's mentioned the Tekashi like.
No.
And not on any projects I've listened to anyway.
Pretty sure he's just 6ix9ine now.
But that's by the by.
Yes.
I don't know how, but he's managed to get producers to work with him still.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Mad.
And he broke 2 records with this song.
Yes. Yeah.
So he got the most viewed live stream of all time, where he basically just explained why he ratted. And now it's just come back. 2 million concurrent viewers, which is sort of outlining what a force he still somehow is, even though he's not, even though he's been in jail for over a year for doing one of the most despicable things you can do as a stand-up human being. And then he dropped this song, and it got more views in a day than certainly any hip-hop music video has ever done before. Possibly any other song. I don't know if that's facts or not.
I don't know, but he definitely did well, that's for sure. But it just shows that people are liars, because they were all like going at him and saying that he's a bad person, and then all of a sudden people love him.
So I don't know. I saw El Sweatshirt go on a rant telling his fans not to listen to him. Meat Mill, same thing.
Yeah, Meat Mill.
Well, obviously.
Of course.
But onto the song, it is literally like he's never left.
Yeah, it's just the same.
We got the shouting.
Mm-hmm.
We still got gun talk on here as well, which I didn't expect. I thought that would have been in his past.
Yeah, but
And how could we forget? I think for the first time suddenly that I've noticed, he raps in his normal voice. He doesn't just shout for the whole thing.
yeah, oh yeah, I guess he does actually. But
And the sentiment of the song is very much, "I'm back," and I mean he really shoves that down your throat in the second half of the song.
yeah,
Like the second verse is just like, "I'm back, y'all mad, ha ha." Like I wasn't that mad. I knew this day would come.
yeah,
So
yeah. It was. I mean, I can't say I've ever been a massive fan of him, and that hasn't really changed. So
I'm more of a fan of him than his music. I think he's hilarious.
yeah, I think he's definitely entertaining. His music is just I don't know, especially the second verse you were talking about. That when it got to that bit, he would just annoyed me. But
Oh, it was the hook for me. I did not like.
that's so shit, and yet it's like breaking records. But I guess people like that.
When you
That's
get
fine.
yourself into the point where you're a meme, everything just sort of snowballs.
Yeah,
But you look, Lil Nas X managed to break the #1 record, like being #1 for the longest time.
yeah, you literally have to be a meme to have success in this world. Fuck.
But anyway, yeah. So obviously, I think he said he's going to drop a new song next week sometime.
Oh, okay.
I
We'll
guess
see what
my morbid
records that
curiosity will get the
breaks.
best of me.
Of course, yeah.
I think he played a blinder here, to be honest, with his comeback.
Yeah.
He waited a good amount of time. He's obviously got some material.
Mm.
And I mean, I don't like the song particularly, but
Hey,
he is.
millions of people do.
Well, they certainly watched it. But
Certainly watched it, yes.
in the live stream, the only hip hop artist I saw in the comments was AJ Tracy. Everyone else was like some random white person, like Jake Paul.
Yeah, so he's definitely, the hip hop community are not necessarily accepting him back, even if he is getting millions and millions of views in a day.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does get any like collaborators on.
Yeah,
Whether he drops next. Like I imagine people like Gunna and Lil Baby probably don't care that much.
Yeah, they probably don't give a shit. They'll just.
But anyone that's any good, who knows?
Who knows? We shall see.
And we're gonna end off today's wipe.
Finito.
With Lianne Havas.
Oh yes.
I wasn't a big fan of her last album. I thought it was a bit boring at times, but it had some good songs on it nonetheless. And this song is fire.
I mean, I just thought she was like, I just kind of palmed her off. I never listened to her, and then I listened to this song, and I was like, shit, she is actually really good.
Well, I can't remember why, but I tuned in like the second I found out that her previous single for the new album, Bittersweet, came out. I was like, oh my god, I know that name. I'm gonna listen to this.
Yeah,
that was really good, but I think this one's even better.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah, I didn't even listen to Bittersweet. I came across this one, I don't know, on maybe some playlist or whatever, and I was like, shit, this is good. This took me on like it's kind of like emotional, really. But yeah, no, it's sick. I think my favorite bit about it is when I'm not very good at musical terminology, but like when the chords change the first time the kind of instrumental changes, and I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just really good. It's amazing. I love it.
I think being paper thin is an interesting thing to sing about, just in general.
It's good lyrics as well. It's good everything. It's just a sick song.
Hell yeah, coming out in July, I believe.
July. Yes, I'll definitely be listening to that.
Self-titled. I will as well. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you very much for helping me out today, Mr. Connoisseur.
No problemo.
And
Thank you for having me.
thank you, losers, for listening.
Cheers.
We'll be back sooner rather than later because
Yes.
Charlie XCX has dropped.
Oh, damn.
Until then, ciao.
Goodbye.